Hello, my name is Matt Stoley. I'm a candidate for the Hamilton Southeastern School Board in Fall Creek Township. Today I would like to discuss some areas that I would like to concentrate on and try to improve over the next couple of years. I kind of consider this my to-do list over the next 2 years. The 7 areas that I would like to see improvement are planning, getting the best from our administration, improve community relationship, transparency, communication, improve continuity within student programs, and finally, accountability. So with that, I'd like to just hit on each of these 7 topics very briefly. So let's jump right on into this. So regarding planning, whether we are planning for redistricting, building new schools, or a reopening plan during a pandemic, we need improvement in this area. The current resources and process that our district utilizes have lacked accuracy and vision. How often does our school board or administration discuss planning beyond a 2 to 12 month window? It just simply doesn't happen. So, how well are we going to vet information, prior to these important decisions we're making? So an example of this might be if we are going to need to redistrict, let's think about the redistricting that comes after this next redistricting. Where do we think the growth is going to be? What do we think that growth rate is going to be? Let's look at this bigger picture and have a more proactive planning approach versus this reactive, responsive approach. So I would also like to see how we can get the best from our administration. It is incumbent upon the school board to bring a level of accountability to those within the administration, whether it's technology, mental health, diversity, equity, and inclusion, our exceptional learners program, or just general district planning. We need to push administrators to adopt a mindset of best practices and a culture of constant improvement. I would like to see a focus on improved community relations. For a variety of reasons, the school board and district administration seems to be losing the trust of the Fishers community. We need some focus on public relations to kind of help build or rebuild that trust within our city. I believe we also need to improve on transparency from our school district. Over the past 8 years, the only real attempt at transparency was the school district finally offering a live stream and video recorded meetings. In many ways, there has been less public reporting to the community, and the district is less transparent. This needs improvement. We need to do more than just live stream our school board meetings. So the next topic I would like to see improved is communication. Communication and the timing of communication is one of the largest flaws within the Hamilton Southeastern School District. Many school board members, past and present, have stated they wanted to see improvement in this area, but have never really taken action to execute a plan to improve this. Communication is critical, and with a little bit of forethought and planning, hot button issues or divisive issues wouldn't be such a hurdle for the board and the administration. I've always said that public relations is basically planned communication, and I think I would like to see HSE schools take this approach to communication. The next topic I'd like to discuss is improved continuity within student programs. Some programs within the schools and resources are similar or share a level of continuity across the district. In other areas, like the exceptional learners, resources vary from building to building and grade to grade. For many of these students, life planning needs to start early, and it would be nice to see some continuity and resources shared to help these students and families. There's always been a strong focus on the district's high ability students. And while our results in this metric are something to be very proud of, it is time to give some focus on groups like exceptional learners. Not all students learn the same way, and we need to be addressing these learning gaps for those students with different abilities or with different backgrounds. Lastly, I'd like to talk about accountability. Our community overwhelmingly passed a referendum that was over 2 times the previous referendum tax. As the district administrators held meetings to pitch, the higher referendum amount, they mentioned that they would need to report back to the community on how they were allocating our tax dollars. To date, class sizes are slightly above referendum target sizes, and our school board and administration have never offered a report back to the community with how they are spending our referendum dollars. There have been some great programs afforded by the referendum, and we should be reporting these back to the community so that they understand the importance of their referendum tax dollars. So I've had many people ask me, what are some of the potential issues that you may face over the next 4 years? And I think there are 5 or 6 different items or issues that we will be facing here within the Hamilton Southeastern School District. First and foremost, and probably the most critical, is we'll be conducting a superintendent search to replace Dr. Borf once he retires. I think we will also have redistricting that's going to happen. It's always happening. We're going to have potentially student funding issues. We will know for sure when the state legislature meets and passes their 2-year budget here in the spring of 2021, if this is truly a hurdle or kind of what impact that student funding may have for our district. I think we're also going to be faced with the question of, do we expand our current high schools or do we build a third high school? A lot of this is going to depend on the growth that we're continuing to see and projected to see within the city over the next 4 to 5 years. I think we're also going to be grappling with the potential need for new elementary schools, potentially intermediate or even junior high buildings. And then lastly, I think we will have a challenge here to harvest more community opportunities. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking about internships, vocational or alternative education opportunities. So partnerships like what was at least planned with Purdue Polytechnic through our hub and spoke here within Fishers. These kind of partnerships and community opportunities are going to be very, very important moving forward. I feel that my knowledge of the school district and background will best help our schools through these important issues over the next 3 to 4 years. I appreciate your vote, and I look forward to serving the Fishers community.